Hi Bookish friends, my name is Jackie and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube behind the scenes tag. I want to say a big thank you to Literary Michelle for tagging me to do this, and I'm going to leave the people that I'm tagging to do this down below, but if you see this and want to do it, feel free to do it even if I didn't tag you. Okay, first question is, when recording a post, do you read from a prepared script or do you refer to notes or a broad outline, or do you speak extemporaneously? So I will usually have notes or a broad outline. I don't always speak directly from a script. Sometimes I'll write myself a script out and then I'll kind of ad-lib from there, so I don't say word for word what I wrote. But sometimes I will speak extemporaneously. I feel like that's not as common for me though, because I find that my train of thought and my wheels can just kind of lose focus and I start going off on a tangent or I forget what I want to say. So I try not to do that too much. But for book reviews especially, and for my monthly wrap-up, sometimes I'll have notes. And also for these tag videos, I like to have some notes because I forget the questions, I forget everything otherwise. So I really need notes to help me stay organized. Next, do you edit before you post, deleting hems, ahs, misspeaks, mispronunciations, other common speaking issues? Do you remove things that you don't mean to say or off-topic thoughts or comments you think might be misunderstood? So I do try to remove any ums, likes, anything like that if I say them too much. I think that they can really detract from the viewing experience, and personally, if I'm watching myself back saying those things so many times, I get frustrated and I don't like how it sounds. It gets to be a little grating for me. I also edit things out that I say when I don't mean that, or if I didn't phrase things correctly, I'll refilm myself saying it in a correct way and then I will edit that out. And I have a tendency to start talking about unrelated things or things that just don't make sense for what I'm saying, so I have to edit that stuff out as well. I trip on my words sometimes, so I have to be editing that too because it just doesn't sound clear and I don't like how it sounds. But yeah, I do a lot of editing because I want my videos to be a good viewing experience for myself and for other people as well. Have you ever deleted an entire post? I don't think I've ever deleted an entire post except for maybe like one short. I have a few things that I have privated, like some of my earliest videos from a few years ago, and I think I have a short that's privated as well, but I don't tend to delete booktube videos. I don't know, I don't have a particular reason to delete them yet. Maybe in a few months or in a few years I'll change my mind on that, but unless there's something I really don't like that I said in that video, I don't have a reason to like hide them or delete them at all. On Instagram, however, I have deleted some posts and archived a lot of posts because I didn't like what I said or I didn't like how the photo looked, so I didn't want that to be public on my profile anymore. Are there certain topics you avoid, things you regard as too personal or too controversial? So with personal things, I don't like to give too many details. I mean, I'll share kind of general things about myself, general things about my background too, but obviously like specific things about myself, I try not to go into too much. And then for controversial things, I don't avoid any specific topics, but I do tend to tread more carefully with topics like religion because I know that they can be a little bit tricky to address and talk about. And I usually only try to mention these things if they're pertinent to the book that I'm talking about or reading, and I'm very careful with how I say things usually. So especially with religion and culture, I really want to be sensitive to other people's thoughts, feelings, and perspectives, and I don't want to isolate anyone, so I am very careful with how I do address that. Do your posts include graphics, special lighting, music, fast cuts, or other design enhancements? So my posts almost always have book cover graphics if I don't have a physical copy of that book, and I always have intro music and an end card with music in it and some graphics there. And I do try to use music throughout the video for certain videos, like if I'm doing a bookshelf reorganization, I'm gonna have music there, that kind of thing, and I'm trying to include some more sound effects and get better with that. I use a ring light when I'm recording, and I'd love to improve the lighting situation some more as well, and also the sound over time, so I definitely look forward to making improvements in the future. Do you have a target number of posts each week? So I always post twice weekly on Tuesdays and Fridays, and when I first started posting a few years ago, I didn't have a set schedule, so it made it difficult for me to stay consistent. So when I decided to restart this year, I told myself that I was always going gonna post on Tuesdays and Fridays because those 2 days are kind of as far apart in the week as is possible. So it's like 4 days and 3 days in between, I think. So it gives people at least a little bit of time to watch some of the videos. And I also didn't want to overwhelm myself or the viewers by posting more than twice weekly. I feel like that was a way that would lead to burnout for myself and also viewer fatigue, so I didn't want to do that. And I will post the occasional short on top of that, but these tend to be a little bit more infrequent. Are there certain theme posts you contribute to regularly, such as Poetry Thursday or What Are You Reading Wednesday? So I hadn't heard of What Are You Reading Wednesday until now, but I do participate in Tag Tuesday pretty frequently, as you can see. Otherwise, I don't like to do any other very theme posts because I try to have a little more flexibility and freedom with what I'm sharing, and I try to leave Fridays open for posting anything else that I really want to, especially when I'm posting tags so often on Tuesdays. And I don't like such rigid format to posting because I feel like that's just not super genuine and authentic to who I am. I like doing tags, but I do also take breaks and I don't post tags every single week because I have other things that I would like to share as well. How important to you is the number of your subscribers? Is there a target number you're hoping to reach? If you don't hit your target, would you consider dropping out of Booktube? Are there posts designed to attract new subscribers, or are you distressed if you lose subscribers? So I think the number of subscribers I have is very important to me. I really love connecting with my viewers, with the audience as well, and anyone that subscribed to me. I would also love to continue growing my channel. That's kind of part of why I wanted to be in this space. And ideally, I would eventually like to be monetized, but I don't have a set goal for myself for when I would like that to happen. I think that having too much of a targeted goal might lead to burnout and might make me feel very pressured and disappointed if I don't reach certain marks at certain times. I've done that kind of thing to myself before, and I've learned from past experience that it's not good to set those expectations for myself. So I just kind of prefer to just do what I'm doing, do my best at things, and try to keep going to grow in the community, but also enjoy the process as well, because I think that's very important. I would probably never stop posting on Booktube, but I think it would be less frequent if I wasn't trying to grow my page. I like to post things that offer a little bit of variety, so I think some of my posts are great to attract new subscribers especially, and I think some posts are great for people that are already engaged and subscribed. I want everyone to feel welcome and included, and like this is a safe space for them to talk about books. Do you always respond when tagged? I try to. I'm super behind on tags. I feel like I'm always behind and I'm just continually playing the catch-up game, but I think they're a really fun way to connect within the community. I am really trying to catch up. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time to get all of the videos that I have backlog posted, especially since I was away for a couple of weeks, so I was tagged in a bunch of things and then I had to film those after I came back, but we're slowly getting there. Do you respond to viewer comments? Are your responses lengthy or only a thumbs up or down? So I always respond to viewer comments, and my responses can be a little bit lengthy, which I'm sorry about that if that's the case. I just always have so much that I want to say, but sometimes I will just heart a comment or like it and then go back later and write a response when I have time to do a full-length response, because I like to have it very fleshed out, and I do want viewers to know that I appreciate them, and I don't want anyone to ever think that I take it for granted that they're commenting or viewing. I really appreciate them taking the time out of their day to do so. So I want everyone to feel appreciated, even if I am a little overzealous with my comments sometimes. Have you ever blocked anyone from viewing or commenting on your posts? I have blocked a few people, but they were on Instagram, and I think it was mainly because they were spam accounts. And I haven't blocked too many people otherwise, but if anyone's ever causing a disturbance or making this space ever feel unsafe, I will block people. I have no problems doing that. And I will definitely also continue to block spam accounts because I don't want them like on my page. So I do try to just block all that out because I don't want any negativity in this space from any of that stuff, and I don't want people to feel like they're not safe to share their thoughts in the comments. Okay, so those are all of my thoughts on the Booktube behind the scenes tag. Again, thank you to Literary Michelle for tagging me to do this. And if you want to do this, feel free to do it. I highly recommend it. It was super fun to do. So if you made it to this point in the video, leave me a camera emoji for being behind the scenes on filming. And if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope that you are doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!